It's time to show you how well I've been doing with I've been doing with my new fit and healthy lifestyle. We started this last week at week 1, and this week I decided to get a bit more active with one of the Fit Fams on social.
Oh, right. You went down the social route.
Yes. We did a bit more exercise this week, because last week was all about the mind and the brain. This week is a bit more about doing a bit more exercise. Yeah. And we're going to be talking about food.
A 5-time Kerry All-Star here beside you.
I really should have just asked you.
There's just like no pressure here at all.
Yeah. Take a look. I met up with Roz Purcell, and here's how I got on. Ooh. Oh, good morning. It's week 2, lovelies, and I'm starting with the one and only Roz Purcell. Hey. I've got my shorts on. You're putting me to work this morning.
You're looking ready to go.
Do I look ready to go? Who's this?
This is Willie. So you and Willie are going to have a race to the top on our hike this morning. And he's very fast, so you're going to need to keep up. So I put away the phone and let's go.
Let's go, come on. So, did you have any idea you're going to be walking 2 dogs today? So tell us about Hike Life.
So it's a hiking group that I started last year. It's just grown and grown. It's about getting all different age groups, boys and girls, out off their phones, exploring Ireland and just getting a bit of training in. Okay. For me, hiking is such a fantastic way to keep fit, and it's also fantastic for my mind.
Yeah, okay. I was talking to a doctor last week. She said I should be looking at doing about 30 minutes a day of exercise. Is that a reasonable target, do you think?
Well, I think it all really depends on the person, you know, and what your abilities are, and I think starting off with something like that and building on it is fantastic, and just making sure that, you know, you're picking something that's good for you, but also challenging yourself a little bit. Okay. The further you go on week and week. So on that, how are you feeling now?
I'm speaking of challenging myself. Let's try the steps, will we?
Okay, yeah. I figure a little bit of race might happen.
Oh, great. Lovely. Brilliant.
So, Ray versus Willie.
Oh, all right, okay. I thought I was racing you.
No,
okay.
I'll run too, but I think it's a little bit more fun.
Me versus a Jack Russell, ready?
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, go.
Go.
I am a giant. Stand up on my shoulders. Tell me what you see. 'Cause I am a giant.
Oh, man. It's all right, lads. You guys go on ahead. I'm just going to catch my breath.
Come on, Ray, let's go. Come on.
I'm too old for this. It's okay. Give it a rest.
How are you?
I'm fine, yeah.
You actually flew up that now.
Yeah, you're very kind.
You complained a little bit at the start, but then you stopped. You put your head down, you went.
That's because I couldn't breathe, Roz, because I couldn't breathe. Well, I'm feeling invigorated.
Good.
I'm going to do 30 minutes a day, a little bit of hiking, a little bit of whatever I can manage.
You know what? If you can do it outside, just a better way you can clear your head.
Yeah, okay, nice one. Well, we've done your bit. The exercise. Now it's my bit, the food.
Oh, yeah, and I have a tasty recipe for you, so come on, let's go.
Come on, let's go.
Ain't my fault that I'm out here getting loose. Gotta blame it on the goose. Gotta blame it on my juice, baby.
So today I'm going to make you a nasi goreng. And why I chose this is because, you know, it's super versatile, it's very easy, and it's a recipe you're going to have to make yourself at home. I'm going to use a little bit of water instead of oil. You can use oil here, but we're going to be using oil later on, so we just don't want to overload you with the oil. And I'm going to get you each grate some ginger here. Okay, cool. So the other ingredients I'm going to pop in with this to start is some sambal oelek. So
some what?
Sambal oelek.
Right, okay.
So it's like a chili paste.
Oh, very good.
And then just some regular curry paste.
Nice one. Okay. How many? Everyone's got it since I started this weight loss thing. Everyone's got advice. Everyone's like, don't eat carbs, don't eat eat more protein, do more of this, do more of that. Eat 6 or 7 meals a day. How many dinners a day or meals, snacks would you have in your?
So honestly, like, food is so individual.
Right.
Everyone's different height. Everyone has different activity levels, different builds, different goals. So for myself, I like to stick to 3 meals a day, and I might have a snack, you know, it depends on my activity levels. Okay. What I'm going to get you to do now is I'm going to get you to peel that giant carrot that I have there.
No
I'm
worries.
just adding in some shredded cabbage.
That I can do, no problem. The other thing then is, would you have rice with this then as well, or?
Yeah, I have carbs with every meal.
Okay.
And I
Wow.
used to be one of those people that completely feared carbohydrates. I'm like, oh my god, I can't eat carbs. They're the devil. Obviously, I do a lot of training as well.
Yeah.
So for me,
Well,
it's
that helps,
for
I'd say, yeah.
It's for also making sure that I can actually fuel myself in the gym and recover properly.
Okay.
Yeah. The perfect thing about this recipe is you can kind of make it what you want. So you can add in whatever protein source. You can put in your chicken, your beef, your fish, whatever it is that you like. Actually, I'm going to use tofu. Look.
I've no idea what to do with this,
Okay,
Roz.
so we're going to just,
I've never done. All right, that's it. That's
Yeah.
all right. Okay, because we'd be chicken or beef or whatever in our house. We wouldn't be doing any of this kind of. And this is a proteiny source then.
Yeah,
That
well,
would be in place of
it's
chicken
a
or
soy
something.
protein. And I think something with tofu, you can just kind of add it in on days where, you know, you're probably getting a little bit sick of having the same
thing,
things over and over again,
boring,
you know?
yeah.
So I'm going to toss in my rice now. And we're just going to let this cook for a minute.
Body gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even.
So an fried egg, couple of sausages, black and white pudding.
Yummy.
That is absolutely gorgeous. Well, thanks for having us.
No probs.
Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Yeah,
That's
and well, best
another.
of luck on your journey.
Thanks. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a long journey, but we'll
You'll get there.
We'll see the end results, hopefully.
Baby, it ain't my fault that I'm not here.
Well, from that delicious meal to meal planning, we're now joined by dietitian Orla Walsh.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me on.
Now, thank you for your help this week. We had a consultation earlier in the week, and you've identified some of my problem areas, other than my midriff.
Personality.
Yeah, thank you very much.
His hair.
I've got a list of problems. Let's stick strictly with the diet for now, though. So if we'll go through. There's three biggies here in terms of my problems. The first one is eating in the evening.
Yeah, it's a feast or famine.
Right.
So you do what a lot of Irish people do, which is not eat much all day, and then most of the food you eat is after around 6 p.m.
Yeah.
And certainly maybe even after when the kids go to sleep.
Kids
So-
go to bed about 7, half 7, and then we intentionally put it off to then, because then we get to see each other. Do you know what I mean? So, and I think a lot of
No,
mums...
I understand
Yeah.
that. And, you know, I think it's just that I'd say 80% of the food you eat in a week is in the evening time or at the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So it's when you have time. So I think the first thing we had to do was go, okay, well, let's take some of that food from the evening and just bring it into the first half of the day when you need it, when you actually are busy and you need to fuel your body during the day so it works as it should.
Okay. Then in terms of the amount then that I should be eating, like you're saying I should be having 3 meals a day.
Yeah.
A proper breakfast.
Do you do 3 meals a day? Tomas, are you good?
I'd say two good meals, yeah.
I went up to 17.5 stone.
What?
Just before I left the Brothers, yeah.
Were you?
The Brothers, oh yeah. I was very, very big.
He's looking
And
fit as
the
anything.
reason one of it was late eating. Because we wouldn't eat, you know,
That's
we'd
it.
have our dinner, and then after the gigs, then we'd go and eat Indian and drink pints of
And that's
lager.
kind of what's happening here as well. So
Yeah.
kind of stick it to the 3 meals a day.
You know.
And then in terms of portion sizes, I need to be watching like things like protein, carbohydrates, the amount I get in.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I had to do was, which I think you were surprised by, was actually increase the amount you eat at breakfast and and encourage you to have a proper lunch as well. So at breakfast time, you were having 2 eggs and 2 slices of brown bread, which was good. But actually, a guy your size needs 3 eggs, so that amount of protein, and we needed to bring in some colourful stuff, so some vegetables for fibre, so tomatoes, mushrooms, that sort of thing. And we know that for breakfast, and we know that a breakfast that's high in protein and high in fibre actually has a knock-on effect on the end of the day. So you'd be less likely to crave the high sugar stuff and high fat stuff in the evening time, and it'll also give you a better start to the day. And then we had to put in an official lunch, because when I asked you about lunch, you were like, you just couldn't remember.
Well, I know I have something in the middle part of the day, but I couldn't tell you what it is. So we're making the lunch official, and we're making dinner official. The other problem as well is eating on the go. I do a lot of driving up and down to Cork, a lot of driving then with the kids the weekends, and just grabbing what I can. Eating on the go, bad idea.
Yeah, so what I was trying to do, instead of kind of, you were having a small breakfast, a medium or non-existent lunch and a large dinner, so we kind of had to go, okay, let's get 3 meals of equal size. Ideally, we get to a situation where breakfast is bigger than lunch, which is bigger than dinner, but that might be unrealistic.
Okay.
So 3 meals of equal size, and how we did that is we used simple hand measurements. So carbohydrates, the portion of your carbohydrate would be the same size as clenched fist.
Yeah.
The protein would be the same size of palm of your hand, and 2 big handfuls of fruit and veg with each meal, as well as use your thumb as a measure for the fat, so that amount of oil.
Okay.
So your hands are bigger than mine, so you get more food than me. But you know, so hands are a great measure for people because you can use it with kids too. So a kid's hands.
Everyone's got a hand. Everyone's got a hand.
Most people have hands. Most people have hands. If you don't have hands,
not being discriminatory. And finally, the biggie then, which we need to talk about the booze, which is the little treat, the glass of wine on the couch, or a couple of glasses of wine on the couch. You blew my mind with your comparison to the bread. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so often people say to me, you know, I've improved my diet, I've cut out bread, and I think people demonise bread when they don't need to. But a glass of wine, especially a home measure, a large glass, is the same amount of calories as around 2 to 3 slices of bread. So if you're having 1 to 2 glasses of wine in the evening, it's around having 6 slices of bread. And then when you look at it...
3 sandwiches, like.
I'm actually what?
Yeah. But when you look at it across the week, it really adds up. And especially because of the weekend, those portions tend to increase.
Yeah.
Like if you think about it, in Ireland, we think nothing about the calories in booze. But if you saw someone go to the bar every 40 minutes and have 2 to 3 slices of bread, you'd be like, Jakers, he's over-consuming.
Oh, my God.
But when it comes to calories and alcohol, we really don't pay attention.
Literal bread bar.
We're putting the whole thing, I've got a meal plan from Orla. We're putting it all up on our Facebook page for the 6 o'clock show. Do search for it there. Orla's website is orlawalshnutrition.ie. And the other little bit of advice that I'm sticking to is make 1 change a week. 1 small change a week that you can stick to a week and then put in the next thing. Don't just try and do everything on the Monday. I would love to talk some more about this, and we will be talking more because Orla's going to be keeping an eye on me, and I've got my bloods taking this week as well. And Orla, thanks a million for joining us.
Orla, thank you so much. Yes.